It just went down.
People jump in and out, yeah. Yo. Man.
Excuse the mess behind me, man. We still ain't done up here, man. Decided to give my workers a week off, man. What you got going on, brother?
What? Who?
What happened?
Oh, I had the wrong one up on the TV.
Oh.
Yeah.
But yeah, I had to give my workers off, man. We, so the room still ain't complete yet, but we gonna get there. Y'all see a finished product.
I mean, you making progress, man.
Before 2026 is up. For sure. But yeah, we back.
We
back with another spectacle for you all. Last week's episode was through the roof. Hopefully we can top that.
Had a lot of fun. I definitely had a lot of people hit me up afterward, especially about Chris's R. Kelly take. But
hey man, look. Okay. Let's talk about this R. Kelly take right quick because there's a part 2 to the story.
Part 2.
Okay. So me, Khalil, and Miles, we've been working on this record. All right. So I sent the record to my brother and his son, my nephew, yesterday while me and Dalton were waiting for the movie to start.
Yeah.
Because we went to go see Backrooms last night. Pause. Okay. So while we're waiting for the movie to start, I was like, yo, I'm gonna send you this record. We working on, like, let me know what you think, blah, blah, blah. So he called back. He was like, oh, it's cool, da, da, da. So somehow we get on R. Kelly. I don't know why my mind just go there. I'm sorry. I don't know why. I'm not a bad person. But I was like, man, we don't even really need R. Kelly like to sing on there. We just need the nigga to write for real. Like if we can get some of his scribble scrabbles from prison, we can make a hit, right? So my brother just goes on this little tangent, was like, I could get R. Kelly. I could get him. I was like, what the fuck are you talking about, bro? And he was like, my brother, he said, okay, so my nephew's uncle, his mom's brother, is in prison with R. Kelly right now. And they're actually cool, I guess, or they have some type of relationship because R. Kelly has sang happy birthday to my nephew's sister, which is, it's already a thing, but we're not gonna go that deep. We're not gonna go that deep. The fact of the matter is R. Kelly is attainable to the fam. We need to utilize his you feel me?
I don't, but
of course I'm gonna have to put some money on his books. And I'm okay with that. Like whatever it is, $50, $20, man, want some Twinkies, toilet paper, shaving cream. I don't know what they can get and not get in prison, but whatever he need, I will put that on the books because we need that pen. Pause. But anyways, that's probably gonna be my last R. Kelly tangent today.
True story though. I was sitting next to him when they were having the conversation. I was very, very intrigued by how it
no bullshit.
It just went there. He was like, I can get that. I can make that happen. We were like, what?
Yeah. Like, why the fuck do y'all niggas know R. Kelly?
I was sitting there eating nachos and I was like, what?
And why haven't you mentioned this before? Man, lives could have been changed. Anyways, as we stated during a little earlier, we did go see Backrooms yesterday.
Yeah.
Can't wait to talk about that shit because I really don't know what I just saw.
Yeah, I think we just dive into it because it's just like.
Well, there's one thing I want to get out the way before we dive into it, and I want to say Hove is fucking back, nigga.
Yes, the boy got his hair picked out, ready to roll. Yeah, he
ready to roll, man.
Here, yeah.
I'm sure you listened to the freestyle.
Of course, I did. Shout out to the Roots Picnic as always.
Shout out to the Roots Picnic.
Yeah,
Dreams and Nightmares to close the show or as the encore. Yeah. He brought out the Rock Boys, Memphis Bleak, Beanie Single, Petey Crack, You know what I'm saying? Everybody was in attendance. It was a good look. I loved it. But the freestyle is what
that's the conversation.
Yeah, that's the conversation. And the hair, for some reason. They love Jay-Z hair. But all this really say is all this mean to me rather is Beyonce's hair care line is really like that.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah.
It's really like that. Like every time I go to the website, I'd be like, I want to try this. But the shit like 50, 60, I can't do it. I can't do it. Dang. I got it, but I can't do it. I ain't pay that much for my hair. You feel me?
Name. Maybe I need for that name, baby.
I want to call it Creed or something. I know it's not Creed, but it's sacred, right? That's what it's supposed to be.
Yeah, I believe that's the.
Yeah, what is C? Yeah, that's some witchcraft right there, some voodoo. Anyways, the topic of the conversation was Jay-Z's hair for some reason, but we talking about these bars. He shot at everybody. Kanye, Dame, whatever the Nicki Minaj, Tony Busby, Tory Lanez and his pops. Obviously Drake, which is the real topic. And what people that are just Team Drake are like, oh, you want the moment because Iceman just surpassed you and da-da-da. It's like, if somebody says something about me and I don't say anything until I decide I'm ready to say something, now I'm using them for a moment. But these niggas been talking shit about me for years and I haven't said anything. The moment I have a platform or a stage to want to speak, because he's not finna get on Twitter or Instagram.
Yeah, I mean,
Live.
The last thing he ever said was, sorry, Miss Drizzy or whatever.
That on the record, though. Still, that was on the record.
Yeah, that was a long time ago.
Like 2013, 14, 15, some shit like that. But, of course, he has interviews and stuff where he's politically correct. But he's not finna go sit down with Big Bank and talk about this shit. You know what I'm saying? He put this shit in a rap.
Like, I can't believe that he said this about me.
Yeah, like, and he did the damn thing. I just wanted to say, we are whole Avengers on this side of the
I don't like that because it sounds like we're saying whole Avengers instead of
we are also. I'm one half whole Avenger.
A whole Avenger, yeah, okay,
yeah,
double entendre, just like Hove. There you go.
Come on,
The Rock.
Right? There's only one way to go. But love the freestyle, obviously.
Yeah.
I don't think Drake should engage any further. But something tells me.
I mean, honestly though, like, I would. It's not more so like the engagement. It's just like Drake's on a high right now. Like, don't even like.
Yeah.
I would say don't even disturb your own peace with this shit. Like, obviously we know we're not cool.
Yeah.
And it, like, I mean, there was so many shots in there too. Like, he was just addressing, he was going down the line basically, like doing the "your mama's a hoe, you a bitch."
Right.
Like,
right,
yeah,
right.
he was doing that thing.
Fuck
so
you,
like,
fuck you, you're cool.
So like, I mean, there is no really like a rhyme or reason for a response. Like, I've been jabbing at you for years. Like, what's one more gonna really do? Because I mean, it's Jay-Z, bro. Like, I mean.
And he said, "Them crackers got your publishing. Go talk tough to them, man." It's like, yeah, that's right, nigga. That's right. Yeah,
but
shout out to Hov, man.
Still got it.
Still got it, man. 56.
Yeah, he up there, man.
Yeah. So shout out to my GOAT, man. Also want to give a shout out to the Knicks, the Knickerbockers. They pulled one out last night. Good win. I'm afraid Game 2 is coming back to San Antonio. I'm afraid we're gonna get that dub tomorrow. And
I mean, all they need to do is take one away. So they did that already. So like,
we got a ball game.
Because then if you protect your house, you up 3-1. So
yeah,
I mean, Josh Hart had more rebounds than Wembanyama. So that tells you where that game was at.
It was one more rebound than him, right? Or am I tripping?
Nah, 3 more, 15-12. Yeah.
Oh, okay. I must have was looking at a different stat, but yeah. Shout out to them, man. They pulled it out. This is one of those series where I don't care who wins. Basketball wins. You know what I'm saying? We win.
Like, yeah, I don't think I have a preference. Like, I know people are like, have their tit for tat reasons, but no, honestly, I want New York to win because they haven't won anything in a
Mm-hmm.
very long time, and I think their
Mm-hmm.
fan base is hilarious. So I think it'd be
Yeah.
funnier and
Yeah.
more wholesome if they win.
Yeah. More meme worthy stuff is going to happen.
And because of course
if they
Jalen
win.
Brunson came from Dallas, the
Yeah.
Mavericks, so and he's a dog. Like I gotta give it up for him. And I definitely wish them all the best in the finals. I mean, they had a hell of a game one. So
That white lady that went on, I don't know if it was First Take, I don't know what show, but she was like, "He's too small. You can't win. You can't win
Becky
championships."
Hammond, the coach,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, yeah,
Mhm.
yeah, yeah. Yeah, I wonder how she's feeling right now.
She
Well,
said
because
she said she stakes by what she said, but prove her wrong. So like I guess if he wins a championship, then there's nothing else you
I
can
mean,
say.
yeah,
You
yeah,
stamp. I mean,
yeah. But anyways,
that
what's up?
that argument been dead, like saying a small guard can't do it. I mean, the argument
As
been dead.
your number one guy is what she said, right?
Yeah, but that argument been dead. Like,
Why? Because of Steph?
yeah, Steph changed the bat, but like AI took no team to the 7. He took them to the finals, bro. Like
But
literally.
well, her thing is to win it. Was that her point? To win
Yeah,
it or
but like
to
saying
get
he
there?
like but you are to lead. I mean, he took literally nobody to the finals with him.
Yep.
Like he was
Yeah.
solo dolo in that bitch. He took a game away from the LA off his own muscle, bruh.
Yeah.
And this was like the prime Lakers. Like this was like
Yeah.
the unstoppable. He took a game away from them. Like I mean, they got their ass whooped every
Yeah.
other game, but like he wasn't getting his ass whooped. I'll tell you that.
Yeah.
But I don't know. But of course, height is the game in basketball. But
Yeah,
I
of
don't.
course.
I think now that the game's evolved so much that, and he's not even that small. Like,
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah,
he's
nah,
small
he ain't.
compared to the big motherfuckers. But
Yeah.
like, I mean, what we talking about? I mean, JJ Barea was stopping LeBron in the playoffs, bro. Like, JJ Barea was small as fuck. It's
Well,
like,
that nigga, is he Puerto Rican?
yeah, he's Puerto Rican. Yeah.
Hey, shout out to Puerto Rico, man. My dude's down there.
Yeah, but me and Chris, I thought it'd be interesting. We had two choices for what we're gonna do. I thought it'd be interesting if we do something different because we're not really horror people like at all. It's funny because my mom she's big on like horror books mostly. Stephen King. Every time she comes down here, she tries to find like a horror movie to go see. She likes that kind of shit. I only watch it with her. Like my wife doesn't like gore and like excessive violence, so we're not really. I'm not like out. I'm not seeking it. If it's a mega violent movie, it's probably like something like The Raid, where like they're getting their arms broken and shit like that in fighting moments. But not. I don't like. I'm not big on like demonic shit either. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
That's just
yeah.
as a Bible
Stuff that-
Belt person, like we're not.
Yeah, stuff
too
that
keen on that.
mess with your spirit.
But I do like certain types of I like thrillers or like maybe some like psychological ones because those are more different. It's not like just about oh my god, someone possessed my grandma and I gotta get out of this house.
My cousin, my cousin watching. I guess my cousin was watching the podcast because she texted Chris Love R. Kelly.
She definitely was out here.
Okay, my bad.
So I thought it'd be interesting if we like take a step back and like watch something that we're not overtly comfortable with, or like like not like our niche market or whatever. Like
Yeah.
Now and Chris had no prior knowledge of what the Backrooms was at all. I had to tell him what it was. I told him about it. He was like, okay, let's just do that. So we did that. Now I've seen the games that like the Backrooms games that are inspired by the original short film. I've seen the original short film 4 years ago. I've seen the first one. I didn't watch. There's 22 videos total that the guy made.
Right.
His YouTube name is Kane Pixels. I think his real name is Kane Bowen. They got him to direct this film. A24 did. But he ended up making 22 like videos about the Backrooms. I only ever saw the first one, and then I've seen some clips and stuff from the games, but I'm not like I wasn't like overtly like, oh man, like because it has like all this lore and people have all this made up stuff about it, like their own idea of what it is. But I wasn't like I didn't like deep dive into it or like I didn't know. So I was going off it kind of like just with a little bit more knowledge than Chris was. But
Yeah,
Chris was blind.
because yeah, I had no idea this was like a cultural like phenomenon for a certain age group. Because like Don said, this
Yeah.
all started. This whole
4 years ago.
backroom stuff started like 4 years ago. I had no idea this existed.
Yeah.
So the
So
first,
let's. But I do want to correct the one thing. So there was. I don't know if anybody remembers that Racist has site 4chan, but it was like that was like Reddit before Reddit, right? It was like a message board. Most of the stuff on there was like racist or like hateful. But a guy posted a picture of his furniture store in Wisconsin that he was going to remodel. And so basically everything was taken out of the store to like redo the walls and carpet and stuff, right? But the picture was that yellow hued room with the brown carpet, the stuff that you see in the back rooms. So basically he was like, so I just realized that when you take all this stuff out, my furniture store looks creepy as fuck, basically. And somebody made a comment saying like, it was like a quote. It was like something don't be aware of the extra dimension. It's the back rooms or whatever. And then that was where a comment came from. And that was like years ago. And then Kane, the kid, he was 16 at the time, like took inspiration from that and basically created a short film like with that in mind of that space. And he used like Adobe After Effects and then what's the Blender, which is like a software to recreate that imagery, but made it like an endless maze basically. And then went on from there. And then it became like a cultural phenomenon. The first short film has 84 million views. That first one.
Oh wow!
That 9-minute video has 84 million views.
Wow!
So that's kind of where it took off. And like Chris said, it is for really like that
Internet.
They're like just starting college now. Those age group. They're like 18 to 21 area right now.
Yeah, when again, me not having any prior knowledge and going into this movie, like when we went to the theater, it was mostly younger people, younger than us in the theater. Yeah. So I was like, huh, that's weird. It was Thursday night too, so what the fuck going on? But then watching it and then kind of talking to Dalton about it throughout the movie, I was like, oh, this is why Playboy Cardi named that song Backrooms with Travis Scott. And that video was shot like it was. I had no idea. And then, so in retrospect, or not retrospect, I guess. But anyways, me thinking about the film and the video, that's when I realized like, oh, this is some like internet kid shit.
Yeah.
That, it just skipped past me. I had no idea what it was. I didn't know what we were walking into. All I realized was, or all I knew was like on Twitter, people were just talking about Backrooms. It was either the greatest thing they ever saw or this was like bullshit. And there was no in between as far as the conversations about the film were going. Yeah. Then I started to see like the kid directed it and he's 20 and he's breaking all these records. And I was like, damn. But I still wasn't intrigued to go see it until Don was like, we could watch or you can watch on your own 4-hour version of Kill Bill, or we can go to the movies. I said, nigga, let's go to the movies. Because I have the patience to sit down and watch Kill. I love Kill Bill, but not during a work week. I can't do that shit.
Yeah, for you.
I ain't got no kids, but I'll be in that bed. You understand?
Yeah, so there's a Kill Bill version where it has both movies together plus some extra footage, and it's 4 hours 35 minutes together. It's available now to watch for everybody. It was only a special screening for a little bit, but now it's out for everybody. So I was like, Chris, let's do that. But then this came up. But okay, so the two things about, I'm gonna try to initiate those who don't know what the Backrooms is, and then I'm also gonna and basically explain what this movie's for, because my mom. Like I told you, my mom was like a horror person. Like I told her like she would not like this movie for the simple fact that I think it's a little bit too obtuse and basically it doesn't have like a finality to it. Like it doesn't have like a a beginning, middle, end, and here's why this is happening.
Mm-hmm.
It's very ambiguous. It leaves a lot to your imagination, which I don't mind per se, but like for my mother, I know she's not gonna fuck with that, right?
Right.
Um, and I can see on both hands, like I definitely understand why someone would like this movie. I definitely understand why someone would not like it.
Mm-hmm.
But I would say that the one thing I can say that I haven't seen is anybody talk about how it looked, because it looked fantastic.
It looked great.
And the actual directing style was really good as well. Like regardless of anything that's happening in the movie, his shots are incredible. The angles he chooses, the way he framed the shots, every creative decision he made, like as far as framing everything, was incredible.
Fire.
Like as a 20-year-old, like man, shouts to you, bro. Like I don't like whatever you studied and like whatever you looked at, keep that shit up. Cause man, like that's it was impressive to just, because the reason I say that is because the way he did it, which I found out later was in more of the short films that he did, that's like his style, but like the way he did it was because this movie's not heavy in like jump scares. Like it's not like gonna rah you to death, right? But it is very unsettling. Like it's just like,
Mm-hmm.
but the reason it's unsettling is because of the way everything's framed and how you can see all this space and nothing in it, but then there's this one dark corridor right over there, and the camera will sort of pan over there, but then not go enough. So you're like, what is in this corner? But then nothing comes out that motherfucker. But you're like,
Yeah.
I feel like something's in that motherfucker. And he does that the whole time. So you just feel like it's like a little
Yeah.
scratch on
Something
your
on
neck.
the like
You can't
the,
get rid of it.
the tag from your T-shirt, just like, but there's no tag on your T-shirt. That's
Yes.
exactly what this movie is, bruh. You
It's
feel a tag on your T-shirt,
yeah.
but ain't no tag on your T-shirt, bruh.
Uh okay, but so what is the Backrooms essentially? So like the just as I guess a simple basis, it's a parallel realm, like dimension to our own, and it's supposed to be like a warped version of what's here in our world. It's but basically an expansive space that looks like an empty department store, but it all has the same color, fluorescent lights. There's no sound initially except for the hums of the lights on the ceiling.
Mm-hmm.
And then if you run into something from our world, like let's say a desk, it might be stuck in the wall or like backwards. Or if you see a stop sign, it'll say pots instead of stop, so it's backwards. Like shit like that. Like there's things there, but nothing's quite
How
correct.
it should be, yeah.
And they're in random places, and there's no rhyme or reason for how anything's designed. Like you might go through a doorway and end up in a bathroom,
Mm-hmm.
or like you might fall through a ceiling, and stuff like that. It's just no rhyme or reason, and there's basically pockets of entrances through our dimension into the back rooms, which is why it's called the back rooms. It's basically like the back of our world essentially. But me and Chris had a hard time like figuring out like how to describe it, because the way the movie describes it is like it's like if a person sees a dog for the first time, and then immediately after seeing the dog you tell them to draw it.
Mm-hmm.
They're gonna get some of the stuff right, but then obviously some of the stuff is gonna be a little distorted because they just seen it for the first time, which I think is okay of a description. But there was a comment I saw earlier that I thought was more genius and more like especially in today's world, like would make more sense. So
Mm-hmm.
essentially, what the person said was, think of the back rooms like this. Like think of the back rooms like think of it like a realm that's ChatGPT, and then basically it takes information from our world and it inputs it the way it thinks it's supposed to be. Like if you say ChatGPT, draw me a dolphin, right? It's going to give you a dolphin, but something about it's going to be not quite right. You're going to be like, oh, this is like real shiny or like a weird look color. Basically, that's what the Backroom's doing from our world. It's like taking a memory, like of a house, for instance, and it's implanting it somewhere, but the stuff is like not quite the same, but it's recognizable. And I was like, oh, that's actually apt for like, especially what we're going through, like with generative AI and stuff. So I was like, I think that's a good way to explain it. But it's still, at the end of the day, the shit's not explained. I'm gonna tell you that. The movie doesn't explain it, and even the all 22 videos of the short film don't explain what this place is. There is no information, other than, like, I guess the company that's fucking with it. You know what I'm saying? And then because the movie itself doesn't really go deep into any backstory of any kind. So essentially the crux of this movie is that there's a guy, he just got kicked out of his house. He works at a furniture store, and then we find out he's actually living in the furniture store because his wife kicked him out. And one night he just sees his lights flickering in the basement, and he ends up walking in through the wall into the back rooms. And because he's a lonely motherfucker, he decides to walk around the bitch with not a plan. He just starts walking around by himself. What's the lore behind the OG Backrooms? I think we said that. It's like it was a picture. Someone took a picture of their furniture store. That's what Zach said.
Zach who?
Your nephew.
Oh, what's up, Zach?
Yeah, he took a picture of his furniture store that was emptied out, and the picture was like people were like, "Oh, this is creepy," but someone said something about, "Watch out, this might take you to the back rooms." And then that was like years ago, and then this kid named Kane Pixels made a short film based off that picture and made like a whole world of it, basically. But other than that, there's like not really a backstory. It's just like he took the idea and made something out of it, out of that picture, basically.
I want to say there was something like similar to that had happened like in our generation, to where like this thing became a bigger thing, but I just can't put my finger on what that was. Like something that just has its own life, a life of its own, is like growing and evolving over time. But this generation is good for shit like that, though. Like this backroom shit, the concept of it is like really good. Like I don't think niggas our age today would have thought of that then.
Yeah, and
they might have had a conversation about something like that, but to actually put it into motion like this generation would.
And crazy. After watching, because I watched all 22 videos. It seems crazy, but some of the videos are like 37 seconds. Like they're all way different lengths, but essentially it ends up being like watching a movie almost. But I watched all 22 videos, and I gotta say, I after watching that and the movie, like I kind of like it being ambiguous. I think that makes it more scary, or like more unsettling. Because like not everything, because when something's not explained, you know, that's more people are scared of what they don't understand.
Yeah.
Like so it not being like demons or aliens is like because then it's like, well, what is it? You know what I'm saying? Like, and then if even these motherfucking scientists can't figure this shit out, then what the fuck is this shit?
So like, to get back to it, the store owner, which is what's my man name?
Chiwetel Ejiofor, yeah.
Hey, look, I told Dalton, I looked at Dalton when he first crossed over into the back room, the dimension. I looked at that nigga and I said, they're not gonna teach you that in America. in America, that is acting, nigga, with the apostrophes and all that shit. Like he made you believe he didn't know what was going. Like as watching a movie, this is a person acting as someone else. He made you believe like this is real, and I don't know where I am right now.
Yeah, he's incredible in everything. I love Drew Judge
Brilliant,
for it.
brilliant,
Yeah,
brilliant, brilliant acting, bro. That's why they taking all the American jobs, bro. Because imagine Michael B. Jordan doing that. I would not believe he don't believe where he at.
yeah.
Like he just start breathing real hard and shit. Like, oh man, where am I? Gee Willikers. Hell nah,
You
nigga.
think Michael B. Jordan say G Willikers?
Go get you a London bloke. He gonna show your ass how to act, just like that Drewski skit, bruh. That's
Yeah,
real life, bruh. So he go in the back rooms and he's like
he's
super,
the
super,
character.
super. Yeah, like he is yeah, he is super like
Nah, he's
disoriented.
incredible.
He can't believe what's happening. Like, what is this? And then he goes exploring, like Dalton
Because
said.
the way that this movie does, everything's like subtle clues, right? There's nothing overtly explained to you at all.
Yeah, yeah.
Like you find out that his wife left him because of a therapy session. Like he's not just like telling you this information, or you're not seeing him get kicked out. He's basically just like, "How'd you feel when your wife left you?" And he's like, "When you mean when she kicked me out of my own house?"
Mm-hmm.
Like that, you find out from just a therapy session. But but him, the way he was acting in the movie, like his subtle like movements, or like the way he was looking, like when the therapist was kind of giving him some pushback. Like he wasn't saying anything, but the way his physical acting was, like everything was just like, just superb. Like, and I like, and for something like a movie like this, like you need that kind of stuff.
His acting reminded me of Get Out.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Like when homie was sitting
Another
at the couch,
British
like,
motherfucker.
another British, another bloke.
Yeah.
When he was sitting at the couch and picking at it,
Oh yeah.
that his whole energy was that, like, with the therapist, with the therapist period, that was his whole energy, which is kind of ironic because I mean, Daniel was dealing with his lady's mom, her being a therapist.
Yeah.
So like that's actually interesting how they.
But she was a malicious therapist. This one was not malicious.
Yeah. Well, the thing about the therapist too, I don't know if you want to jump around or whatever, but one thing that stood out to me as we were getting these flashbacks, because the therapist would be character B, I guess, main character B.
Yes.
We were seeing like her life growing up or whatever with her mom, which her mom seemed to be
a spook.
Had some mental issues going on.
Wouldn't let her go outside. She covered up the windows, that kind
with newspapers, right? Mm-hmm. So we were seeing things from her childhood.
Yep.
In the back rooms before we saw them actually play out in the flashbacks.
Mm-hmm.
So when even that was confusing as fuck to say, but
it's not an easy movie to explain.
Seeing that though, my first mind was like, "Oh, this bitch got something to do with this dimension."
He said that out loud.
Yeah, I was like, yeah, it was like, point that shit out. Like that's that thing.
He did the Leonardo DiCaprio.
I was like, I got it, nigga. Because the whole time I found myself trying to figure out the movie while I'm watching it. Because I just, that's just in like human nature to know. We want to know. We want to know. We got to know.
And then you generally in movies, like you're like, I'm gonna get this information at some point.
Right. But this,
it doesn't.
Get no satisfaction.
It doesn't. Yeah.
No satisfaction guaranteed, brother. Like, so yeah, again, expectations just averted. Like I throughout the whole film, even the creature that is roaming the space that we're seeing is I didn't expect it to be what it was.
No, at all, because you hear it more than see it.
Right.
You see like sometimes shadow glimpses, but not enough to like figure out what the fuck it is. Like, trust me, you're not gonna guess what it is.
You're not at all.
But I like that was one of my kind of critiques about it, which I can get to later, is about that monster. But essentially just to kind of level out the plot, like he said, you have the guy and the therapist as A and B. but it really focus like she gets like the memories and then like she gets some a little bit play, but I would say the third act is all about her. The first two acts are about the guy.
Mm-hmm.
And he's at like you could tell um
Brothers on edge.
yeah, and then but he's been so out of sorts with his life and everything, he decides to make like his mission to explore this motherfucker.
Mm-hmm.
Like it gave him like a new
Sense of
calling or
purpose.
whatever. And he ropes his coworker into it and her boyfriend who has a camera. So then he's like, I'm gonna give you proof that this place exists, basically. Like I'm gonna
Talking
prove to you this
Speaking
shit.
to the therapist.
Yeah, and then basically that's kind of the crux of the movie. Is like that's where it like really gets into high gear is that part from then on.
Mm-hmm.
And you know then it's mostly exploration and then stuff like that, and then trying to figure out what's going on. And you see 3 glimpses of the organization that basically opened this portal. The first one, they watch it through a monitor. Second one, dude's on the couch, doesn't say anything, but he sees them. He sees the dude's furniture commercial, and he's like, okay. And then third is at the end of the movie. So, they're not overtly in it, but they're in basically the whole short film is like there's a million videos of them on that one. So that's if you want lore like that, watch the short
Yeah.
film playlist.
But Zach, if you're still in there, I'll send it to you because Dawn sent it to me.
Yeah.
But I wanted to actually go into the lore right quick. Something
Mhm.
that you told me earlier was the scientist's purpose for
opening it or using
trying
it.
to figure out what's going on. Yeah.
Mhm.
I just wanted you to break that down, brother.
Yeah, so basically there's a company called Async or organization, I guess I'll call it an organization called Async. They were running experiments since the 1970s. They made MRI machines, so brain waves and shit, right? But they were, I forgot the term they used. It was like some electrical repulsion system or something they were working on, right? In the 70s. And the first test they did was in 1978, and it made like a spark of light, but nothing happened, right?
Mm-hmm.
Then in 1989, they basically, now here's where it's split between like what people think it is. In 1989, they opened a doorway. It worked. Like their experiment finally opened the doorway.
Mm-hmm.
So on one hand, people think that they either created this room with their experiments, like whatever they did, made this room into a being, or two, they just opened a gate. They broke down the barrier to make it into this realm. So we don't really know. It's not explained in any way. But basically, this company has been in and out of there since then. They build like a base of operations in there. They literally map out quadrants and they send people out in teams to look and see how far they can get, see if there's anything in there that's useful, or like they bring it back to study it and see if it's made of different material, so on and so forth. But basically they basically tell you their final plan in like it's supposed to be like a training video. Like but it explains like what their mission is. So their mission is, we have a growing population problem all across the globe. And we at Async have figured out a way to this problem. And it basically shows like a normal storage unit space, which is like this square, and then it shows this big, huge, expansive square that just keeps growing. It's like the place is limitless. So basically, they're trying to combat overpopulation so they can open doorways in certain countries or whatever for people to, their people can move in there during disasters, or if they need to move, or if they need to move, like just have people, place for people to go. This place is it because it's endless and you can build whatever you want in there. No consequences, right? Or you can task companies to like use it to safe, keep your goods in there, like toxic waste, whatever. You can have it in there safely.
Yeah.
They were trying to commercialize the space because at the point where they're making these plans, there has been nothing of hostility been discovered, right? Like it's just been an empty void with random entrances, exits they didn't understand. So they were trying to exploit that just endlessness of the space to make money off of it, basically.
Mm.
But whenever they opened it in 1989, it shows a graph like all through the 90s of disappearances skyrocketing because people were falling into these holes, which is how there's all these found footage videos are found because people were going in there with cameras on accident most of the time, and they're like, "What the fuck is this shit?" You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, and then those people are generally never found again. Um, and then the other thing to note that I think was important from the short film was like what links that company will do to keep their secrets hidden. Because I didn't know this information, like seeing this movie, right? That's why it kind of clarified a couple things after I watched the rest of it to get like more backstory. Because this is tied into it because like I said, this is June 1990 in the movie. A lot of the videos you see are before that, in the short film process. But these people will pretty much go do anything they can to keep their secret safe because they don't need people finding out what they're working on or trying to take their thunder or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So just keep that in mind as well. When like watching like the ending of this movie, because there's an open-ended question and you're like, what happened? But I'm pretty confident that I know the answer.
Oh yeah. I mean, we saw what she looked like at the end. So.
Yeah, but generally it's because of but yeah, so like I said, the story is pretty much that. Like it's just the guy is in there, and then to the therapist, he's gone missing, so she goes to look for him. That's how she gets revolved into the story. That's pretty much it. Like the bulk of it is like the exploration part, like that part where he goes in there with his coworker in the camera. That's probably the densest part because they're exploring parts that he didn't map out. He was like, I've never been down this hallway. I want to film this.
Right.
So, and of course, because he went past his comfort zone, all hell breaks loose, right? So like,
also another thing to note as far as the back rooms go is that time doesn't work the same.
Yeah, it's distorted
as
in
it
different
does.
ways.
Yeah, because when the therapist gets to the store, mind you, all this is taking place at the furniture store that he is the manager at.
Yeah,
There's like bills, past due notices under the door, and it's a few of them. So, at least for her, it's been whatever, a month or two. To him, it's probably the same day that they
or
went
vice
down in there.
versa, you know?
Yeah, could be. Could be.
Because she asked him, "How long have you been here?"
Yeah,
like that. She asked him that, and he looked disheveled. Like obviously his mental was gone.
Yeah,
because you think about it, what makes it so mentally taxing, it's just thinking about being in an empty space and there's nothing else happening, and you just hear this humming of a light, and everything looks the same.
Or like, no, I mean, yeah, right.
But then if you're like wandering around aimlessly, you would probably go crazy.
Oh yeah, for sure, 100%.
Yeah.
But what? I guess you told me this morning. Like everything that ended up in the void was from like people's, or no, he explained that when he kidnapped her, like these are people's like the echoes of people's memories or whatever.
Yeah, so basically like there's a guy that looks just like this outside there, but the memory is just a little bit different. So instead of 2 eyes, he had 4 eyes.
Right.
And then the woman behind him was his wife, was an echo of his wife. So she had the red hair, but then she was all warped in the face. She had like 3 faces.
Yeah.
And that's why he is like, you could drink beer there, and the beer was just there. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, this shit was wild, bruh. My niece, I guess
the
my niece,
finale was crazy, but
yeah, all that was. My niece gave it a what she
a
say
6,
a
right?
6 out of 10. We didn't really get into the weeds of it because I was heading out, which I do want to talk to her about it. But again, this is definitely for a younger generation. So even when I went to go get my haircut today, I was telling my barber about it,
Yeah.
which he was familiar with it.
Mm-hmm.
And I was trying to explain it to him. So he was like, "So do you suggest I go see it?" Or I was like,
Yeah.
"Bro, I really don't know.
It's
Like,
hard.
do you like this type of stuff
Yeah.
or not?" Is really, but I think it's best to go into this movie with no expectations or
Yeah.
no
It
like
helps.
whatever, so you can like form your own kind of
Exactly, which is why
thing.
I'm glad I watched the stuff afterward because it
Mhm.
like filled in some gaps for me, and I was like, oh, that's why. Okay,
Yeah,
got it. And then like then I wouldn't have had any thoughts beforehand, and I can like it kind of works better backwards on this instance because like honestly I still don't know how I truly feel about it, but and as far as like a recommendation goes, it really depends on like what you like in in a movie like that, but like because if you want that sense of like you want an ending, like you need to know the information,
something
you're gonna hate
finite.
it. You're
Yeah,
gonna be mad. But I will say like the 2/3 of the movie, I was like locked in the whole way.
locked in,
And then
locked in.
the last third was when it kind of fell off the rails a bit for me. Um Not necessarily anything he did, like it was just like
Yeah,
for my personal taste, I was like, okay, this is getting a little bit in too much weird territory for my taste.
hmm
Um
definitely weird.
because the setup was nice. I was like
That
waiting for like
monster, that monster threw me for a fucking loop.
me.
So everything after that, it was like,
Well, even before that wasn't even that was like the final thing where I was like, okay, we're here now. Like, um, the dinner scene was where I was like, because at first I was like, oh, this dinner gonna be mad weird, and
yeah,
then or he gonna say some wild shit, but I didn't expect and you can eat them, and I was like, what the fuck?
yeah, 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 yeah,
That's
yeah,
where I
yeah.
was like, what do we do? and, then, but um, but yeah, the
That
monster.
yeah, that kind of shattered my
And I
reality.
don't want to explain the monster because I like
Yeah,
that's
no,
one
I
thing
don't want to either. I don't
I
want to
did,
either.
but you do see it. I wish they would have left it ambiguous because if they would have just left it as like an over the shoulder view and the monster making like sounds, I'd have been like, oh nah, bro, like you got to get out of there.
Yeah,
But
that it's almost
what up,
like
official Toonby? How's it going, man?
it's almost like an entendre of a film.
Yeah.
like, like if you were to watch like I'll tell you this story from time to time when me and my friends were like doing acid and we watched Fantasia on
Oh yeah,
VHS, but we watched it
yeah.
we
Reverse.
were rewinding the
Yeah.
film. We watched it all the way through, then we rewound it on acid. And the things that you're seeing happen and what's going on is like it's really like happening in front of you, but since it's going forward, that is not your interpretation of what's happening. You know what I'm saying? Because it's
Yeah.
like this is the march into hell. This film, Fantasia, is about going to hell in my mind on acid.
In your
And
bio acid.
everything that happened that went up
And you're
to
like, nah,
getting to hell.
nah. Yeah.
I was like, oh my God, bro, what the fuck? Walt Disney is the devil. But that's kind of what
Not
this
wrong
film.
though.
I want to say there's another film that is like this reality mind warping type of shit
Hmm.
that I've also seen, but I just can't put my finger on it. And the film kind of feels familiar in that way. And I want to say too, uh, the a nice touch to films that are like period pieces is when you feel like you can feel that era.
Oh yeah, it was very
So
90s. It was
yeah,
very
very
90s.
90s. You can
All
say
the
that with
all the
mid
furniture
90s.
was spot on. The
Yeah,
cars were spot on. His
that mid
outfit was
six.
super 90s.
that all that mid-century furniture, people still have that in real life.
Yeah, yeah,
Like
yeah.
people donate that shit to my job all the time. So a lot of the stuff,
Your parents still got that Panther painting up downstairs right
oh
now.
yeah, 100%, 100%, not getting rid of it.
And they had that bitch in that. They had something like that in that furniture store.
They got it from Traders Village
Yeah, yeah.
when they moved down here. But
Boy,
but
we only thing that needed was a Blockbuster, and we would have been set. But
yeah, yeah, yeah. And again, the kid that did the film, just beautiful. Like there were certain shots of like
mhm,
the moon and the sky that was just taking up the whole screen. It was just
yeah.
fire, bruh. You said the what's the little city town it was in?
Oh,
Santa
Santa
Monica?
Clara. Yeah,
Santa Clara.
yeah.
Beautiful. Beautiful, bruh. Um but oh yeah, the reason why I asked you to talk about like the scientists'
Hmm.
plans for the place is because in the third act of the film, the therapist is running away from the monster, and she gets to this point where it's like a little narrow staircase
Yeah.
that's leading up to a door that's like an attic door,
Hmm.
and she's 100 floors up. If she takes one wrong turn left or right,
She
she's going
did.
to
She
fall for
gone.
forever.
Yeah.
And when you told me that about them wanting to move people in, I was like, dog, this is just endless floor. Like, imagine a parking garage. Imagine 1,000 parking garages, like
Yeah.
just
Stacked
stacked
on
on
top.
top of
Yeah.
each other. That's
Yeah.
exactly what this
Yeah.
area uh, around the staircase felt like. And I was like, this is fucking insane, bro.
Yeah.
Like, I again, just I just my hats off to the whole idea of this because there's nothing that happens in my everyday life that would get me to think that far out.
No, exactly. That's why I'm like, what? Like, That's why I think it's like he did a phenomenal job. Like, regardless if I think the movie's this or that, it doesn't matter. Like it's because it's. I think it's achieving of itself that it's even got made, right? Like, because
Ambitious.
it's such an obtuse idea, like or like off center idea, which is perfect for like the idea it is. And then I think when you have something of this in this genre that's so like aggressive or bloody or like real just eerie, like just having like basically a vibe, right? Like a scary
Yeah.
vibe. I think where like that affected me more than like someone getting stabbed a million times. You know what I'm saying? Like or like because we before it the Evil Dead trailer was on, and I was like, this movie looked crazy as hell, but it's like nothing I haven't seen before. Like other than like that dude getting pushed on the knives and forks in the dishwasher rack, but that's more painful, right? I'm like, oh, I'm
Mhm.
imagining the pain, but the
Yeah,
the
yeah,
demon
yeah,
stuff, I'm
yeah.
like, okay, I'm not really a fan of this kind of stuff, but this one is just like having that feeling of like, dog, I don't like being here,
Yeah.
because like, what room made you feel the most uncomfortable? Because I could tell you mine off rip.
Probably when homie fell down the chute and all the clothes were piled up.
That was a good one.
Yeah,
Because
maybe probably that one.
that was the one I was like, yeah, he's about to die.
Yeah. Yeah,
When I saw that
you
room, I
said
was
that
like,
out loud. Yeah.
this is one of the rooms where like nothing good's gonna happen in this room.
Yeah.
It's too dark and it's too
Yeah.
dirty. Like, because everything else upstairs was so bright and um, like I was like, there's no escape in this room. You have no escape here. Um, the the room where I was like, oh nah, I can't do this anymore was the Christmas tree room.
Yeah. Yeah.
That
Yeah.
one, I that one, I felt like I felt that like tingle on my face. I was like, nah, 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 nah. Like, I was like telling him like, get out of here, just get out of this
Yeah.
room, please, because
Yeah. He walked around the tree and then that. Yeah.
it's just a red room, and in the very middle is a Christmas tree, but on the floor there's like people's bodies like halfway stuck out, but they're like
Mhm.
just stiff bodies, right? And then when he gets to the other side of the tree, there's just like this being there, and it's like flicking a light, and then some lady just shoots out of nowhere, and he's like, "No, get the fuck away from me!" but I was like, "No, get out of this room, please." Like stuff like that. There's just weird ass shit like that. Was just like, nah, because the bathroom rooms are like whatever. Like the bathroom ones, like those are just like confusing to get out of. Like you'd be like, I don't even know how to get out of here. But like, I would say like the Christmas tree room, and if there was like a classroom, like classroom stuff is always real scary because like endless lockers, you know, a library with no books, you know, you could just see through the shelves, like that would bother me, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, so that was mine. But so yours was the laundry room, the dirty laundry room.
Which makes sense that would be a shoot that he went down and while the clothes were down there. Like that all makes sense, yeah.
But yeah, I mean, it's one of those movies that's really hard to describe. And it's one of those like you kind of gotta see it, you know. Like I at least watch the short films to like see kind of what he's going for there. But yeah, it's yeah, I don't even know if I'd have a score for it or for like am I gonna watch this again? Probably not. But I definitely want to see what the kid does again, and I think he got greenlit for a sequel already. Anyway,
I'm sure the fuck he did.
So I think the next one he might go a little bit more lore heavy, like get more, especially with the introduction of that organization in the movie. I think he'll probably show more of that type of shit, maybe even from their perspective. I don't know, but I'm excited to see what he does because like obviously he has incredible skills. Like at the end of the day, like seeing just the visuals itself was a nice change of pace for sure. Like it was definitely the most interesting thing I've seen this year. Like as far as just interesting things, and something that made me feel very uncomfortable.
The most uncomfortable film I've seen, maybe since The Fourth Kind.
Yeah, it was very similar to that kind of feeling. Like I was like, just can we just get out of here, please?
Like, for sure.
But yeah, I mean that's really kind of where I'm at.
The kid's dope though, man. What's his name? That shot it?
I think his real name is Kane Bowen. Yeah, but his
YouTube name is Kane Pixels. He on some Stanley Kubrick shit, man. He
got a great shot. Whatever he did, framing was incredible. And also like another young director he's 26 years old did that movie Obsession, which was the other big horror film that came out just recently as well. About it.
Wait, time out. I don't like the fact that the reports have been Obsession, and there was another film that they said like saved May as far as box office records and all that, and they did not mention Michael. I need them to get fucking for real, bro. Michael did 85 mil, 88 now.
That's probably why they didn't mention it though, because that was like the big one. But then
you have to mention it. We're talking about saving.
No, but I think because like May is the beginning of the summer for the summer movie slate, and if you have like a lot of duds, they're like, bro, what the heck, what the fuck happening? So like, but yeah, I mean, yeah, I mean, Michael did.
Wait, what are you saying? Wait, I'm confused. What are you saying?
So usually in the summer movies, like every week you have like a box office banger, right? Because it's summer, so like you're supposed to put out all the big hitters in summer, and then November, December get all the other big hitters because it's the end of the year. And then the dead area is like fall, which will have like a banger here and there, but like but summer is supposed to be like every week we have like a box office like because they started pretty strong because Devil Wears Prada 2 made hella money. And then like you said, Michael. But like after that, like Mandalorian Grogu was like a big bomb. But it's also like you got these like small movies like Obsession and then Backrooms that are made on a very modest budget, and they're making stupid spread. I think that's what they're talking about. Cause like Michael was gonna be automatic. Like that was an automatic dub. So, but yeah, I guess them not even mentioning it is pretty sour. But like I think they were more going like these movies that are like taking shots and they're doing great, and then like you have a Disney movie that costs $200 million that is not going to make its money back. You know what I mean? So I think that's what they're talking about, because like that's where like you see the state of things of like the slate. But let's just say they're loading up for July, because July is going to be a stupid month for movies.
Oh yeah.
You got Odyssey and Spider-Man the same month. Gonna be dumb. Tom Holland gonna have 2 movies at the same time, bro.
He's no Timothy Chalamet, but
And then if you think about it, Robert Pattinson probably is gonna have like 3 movies out this year. So like this man is going.
Yeah,
crazy.
I'm super interested to see what he does with the Chris Hansen shit.
Yeah.
A24 is doing some bold stuff.
That's their calling card though. They like to do.
I know, but I'm actually surprised that they're doing that because of the nature of what Chris Hansen does. Like, I'm surprised that there's no pushback about that.
Yeah,
I know Chris Hansen's the hero, but I'm saying
right.
You know how they always be like over highlighting abusers or whatever
sexual
the case may
assault.
be. I'm surprised that hasn't happened.
But that show was like a cultural phenomenon though, which
true.
Because at the time there was nothing like that. So like,
we need to do a movie about cheaters. That's what we need.
That's Dallas exclusive right there, baby.
Hey. A42. Let's get on that.
Huh? My man got stabbed exposing motherfuckers. So that motherfucker stabbed him on a boat.
Yeah, let's go do that. A24. Tubi, somebody. We need the cheaters. And we got to get Peter Guns. Who's gonna play Peter Guns though? We got to wolf on somebody. Version? Oh no, yeah, hell yeah. What? He said, Peter Guns, you're a cheater too.
Yeah,
he was like, be that as it may.
You talk about when Mecca said that to him?
I don't think that was Mecca that said that to him.
Oh, really?
I don't think so.
Oh no. Mecca's episode was outside the club.
Yeah.
But Peter Guns was all fake though. Like.
Yeah. We're trying to get a bag. I understand. Still, the clips that I've seen very entertaining. But yeah, Backrooms. I kept telling Ariana it was called Backdoors. I was just getting confused. I was like, niggas get backdoored. I don't know about shit. We're gonna go see it. I don't know. But good film. I liked it. What
the fuck you gonna go see?
Yeah, I give it like a 6 or a 7.
Yeah, it's hard to rate for me because like I don't know if it has like a quantifiable score. It's just like it was interesting to watch, and I think it's definitely worth a check. But I don't know if I would tell people to like rush to theaters to see it. Only thing I would tell people to do like to rush to theaters to see it is like to support the kid, get his bread up and his stock up would be cool. But like other than that, like it might be if you're like even remotely interested, like I mean, go see it in theaters. But if you don't know, just wait until it comes out on streaming or something, and then you could check it out there because that might be the way to do it. The other horror movie I want to see is Exit 8. That's I can get it digitally now, so I think I'm gonna watch that coming up soon as well. That's like an endless loop movie. Like you stuck in a train station and he basically has to, it's based off a game, but he has to find the differences. If there's something different, he has to go backwards. If it's all good, he walks forwards and he tries to get to exit 8. You have to find 8 in a row. Because you fuck up, you start back at 0. So I'm interested to see how they did that because I have the game. I'm trying to see what the movie like, but so that's out on digital now. But I definitely want to check out the Kill Bill. What is it called? The Whole Bloody Affair. Yeah, I want to check that out for sure.
If nothing else don't change, I'm supposed to go see He-Man Saturday with the fam.
Okay, you let me know how you liked it because I don't obviously I'm a 90s kid, so I had no attachment to He-Man whatsoever. That was definitely
they redid He-Man though.
I understand, but like as a 90s kid,
when we were coming up, like the cartoon, that's the only reason why I know who he is.
But the 90s was too overrun with Pokemon and Dragon Ball Z and Power Rangers. Like I didn't give a fuck about that. I was like,
well, we talking probably like 2000s when that.
I was all in on Ninja Turtles, Power Rangers, Pokemon, all that shit. Like I have no room in my Rolodex for no He-Man, you know what I'm saying, or G.I. Joe or anything like that.
Yeah.
That's definitely 80s shit. Um, but I am curious about it though. Like, I've heard people like it, and it's like a fun movie. So you tell me how you like it. Who you gonna see it with?
As of right now, just my cousin John. I think Alex said he would go, but we're still
Okay,
trying to figure it out. It just
gotcha.
got sprung on us today, so
Oh, cool. Well,
uh,
check that
the
shit out, man.
Colorado Court of Appeals has reversed the
Uh oh.
homicide convictions of the two former paramedics charged in the 2019 killing of Elijah McClain and ordered new trials. They were both convicted of criminal negligence homicide. So okay, so
Mm,
the two former paramedics charged in the 2019 killing of Elijah McClain, their convictions were reversed
okay.
in the Court of Appeals. So well, I don't know what that means exactly.
Okay.
Yeah, you know that happened during the pandemic. Uh, it was a big deal. If I'm not mistaken, he was protesting and they wouldn't give him his EpiPen or something, or his. It was
Mm.
something like that.
But something he needed for like
Yeah, to
actual
save
help.
his
Yeah.
life. Yeah.
Mm.
Hold on, let me see. Cause
Dang, I don't want to end on some
no, I
sad though.
just kind of I want to get a proper joint refresher rather than result of being illegally injured. Okay, yeah. He okay, yeah, that's what happened. He was illegally injected with 500 milligrams of ketamine by paramedics after being forcibly detained by police officers.
So he was just given a substance. Yeah. So they got, you said they got charged or they got reversed? Their charge got
Uh,
reversed.
it says homicide convictions reversed for Colorado
Okay.
paramedics who injected ketamine into Elijah McClain.
Oh man, they
So
are on a roll this week.
yeah. We're not gonna get morbid towards the
Nah,
end. I just
yeah.
saw that and I wanted to speak about it. But
The, okay, I just looked um on here to see what else is out for June.
mhm.
Toy Story 5. Um Disclosure Day, which is the new Spielberg joint about aliens.
Spielberg. Yeah,
Supergirl, end of the month.
definitely going to
Uh
see that.
and then I forgot to tell you about this movie, Chris. The dude who did The Raid, his new movie comes out next week.
Mm.
It's called The Furious. Uh check that trailer out. It looks fucking crazy.
Got you,
Um
my brother.
but yeah, those are the, and then scary movie, but we're not gonna see that. Just so you know. We're not
Nah,
seeing it.
I'm not. I was going to see it if you
Yeah.
wanted to see it. If you didn't want to see it,
The you know I mean nah, I'm good.
if my mama wanted to go see it, I was not going to go see that movie. There's just
Yeah.
no way on God's green earth. Shout out to Regina Hall though,
Yeah.
the baddie.
Yeah. I'm just not my cup of tea. Uh
Not my cup of tea.
I am curious about Disclosure Day though. I like Spielberg.
Mm,
Um I am getting a little tired of alien movies though, but
I ain't
I,
tired
I'm
enough.
I'm curious to see like what, because the trailers are all very very ambiguous. So like I'm trying to see um what he's doing different with it, because I know he's gonna put a little spin on it. He always does. So
Yeah. I mean, it's Spielberg, man. That nigga don't miss.
he don't. I'm sure. And then I'm probably gonna see Toy Story 5 with Raiden. So
Y'all let
because
me know how that one go.
he's seen all of them. So
All I needed was the first one. I'm good.
the first one, I mean, the third one's incredible.
Yeah, I believe you.
You never seen the third one?
I wouldn't,
That one is amazing, man.
I know
Especially
they were all holding hands about to go in the front. I know
no,
the
but no, that one's like just a. It was like a perfect cap at the time, like just like because it was made for the people that watched the first one when it came out. So
yeah.
like, it felt like such a pivot. Like Andy was going to college. Like, damn, bro. Like we were like the same age in the movie. I was like, man, I'm about to go to
Oh,
college.
I'm sure it's good, man. It just
Yeah.
wasn't, I was outside. You feel me? I put my toys down at that point. That's the real Toy Story, right?
There you go. But yeah, man. Yeah, I don't. We'll probably see a horror movie for Halloween or something, but like we don't really talk too much about those kind of movies.
Yeah. No, not my cup of tea.
But yeah, I mean, uh, think game 2 is tomorrow for the finals.
Try to catch some of that.
Um, and
I call
hopefully
Miles see what he on actually.
that means by next week we'll probably know who the champion is. So,
Yeah.
um, if not, it'll be like game 7. So we'll see next week
Yeah.
where we're at. And I guess we'll see what we're talking about next week. But other than that, that's all I got, bruh. I don't think there's any albums that came out or anything, so that I'm aware of. But
Right. No, I don't think so either. Oh, Lotto, I think. Which I
no, I don't care.
shout out to them pregnancy tits.
I mean, I guess shout out to her for having the baby successfully. So that's a win in itself.
Yeah.
But I'm not interested in the music though.
I'm gonna check it out. I just haven't gotten around to it. I'm gonna check it out for
Like
sure.
a Georgia girl.
Yeah. Yeah. But anyhow, man, it's been another banger for your head top, man. We'll be back next week
Yeah.
if the Lord say the same. I'm finna go put me some chicken fries in the air fryer and smoke a cigarette to end my night.
Fries.
Yeah.
All right. Well, on that note,
Give me a little snack, man,
all right, Bubble Guts.
before I hit the bed. Chicken fries, air fryer, it'll be all right.